Hey, what's up, guys? Tukey here, back again with another episode of my Seattle Mariners Franchise Mode series right here on MLB The Show 19, and it feels like Groundhog Day a little bit. Here we are, again, against the Astros in the playoffs, again, and again. I don't have too much optimism. I'm not really sure how I could. It's amazing to see that we're back here. But we finished 13 games behind the Astros, who won 105 games. They were the only team in the majors to win more than 100 games. We face an uphill battle, despite a decent end of the season and a victory over the Angels in the wild card game that saw a tremendous pitching performance from Jose Barrios. But whether or not guys like Gore, Nakayama, and Fukumori, Brendan McKay as well, who we picked up as a ringer, can live up to the hype, I just don't know. And as we look at, not the Angels here, as we look at Houston, I went the wrong way. This is what we're dealing with, and obviously they're sending out their ace, which is Forrest Whitley at this point. They still have Dakota Hudson, Ryan Blum, Jabu Bukauskas, and Cole Winn. Good old Cole Winn. Glad to know he still hasn't been that great, but he's been better for them than he was for us. Their bullpen is strong. Pretty damn strong. Dean Dietz back-ending that. And in terms of the lineups, I mean, we know what our squad is. We know that if everyone plays to their best, we're good to go, but that is a pretty big if. And I mean, looking at what we're up against here, Jose Altuve, Tyler Naquin, Carlos Correa, Joey Gallo, who will continue to haunt me, Yordan Alvarez, Kyle Tucker. This is not going to be easy. It wasn't easy last year, and we failed. And it's not any easier this year. I don't want to waste too much time. We know the teams. We know the lineups. We're obviously familiar with Houston. It hasn't been that long since we've played them. Let's do this. Is this the year, although I don't expect it to be, but is this the year that this team turns the corner? I want to find out sooner rather than later. So we're getting right down to business today. God, that 7 ERA is scary as hell. Let's do this. Game 1 in Houston, Mackenzie Gore takes the mound. Barrios may just be ready for Game 2. Game 3 at the worst. The lineup will stay the same for now. Let's do this. Can we get off to a good start against Forrest Whitley? Gabe Little with the opening base hit. Let's try the steal. He gets it. I'm going to play small ball. Field, bunt him over. Bellinger sack fly, and I'll take it. We have an early 1-0 lead. Voorhees walks, gets the steal. Mateo can't hit him home, but we do have the early lead. Whether or not playing small ball that early was the way to go, I mean, time will tell. Let's see what Mackenzie Gore can do here. Altuve with a 1-out single. Correa into a double play. Good start. Heinlein, Garcia with a 1-out double. Mitra, 2-run shot for Ray Mitra. That is not what you would expect from him. Not exactly a notorious power hitter, but we're up 3-0 here in Game 1 because of it. Ray Mitra gives us the early edge as Kyle Tucker hits a leadoff single. Alvarez into a double play. Candelario lines out. So far, so good. We're up 3-0 here. Bellinger with a 1-out single. Voorhees flies out. Mateo flies out as well. We'll see what the Astros can do in the bottom of the third. A 2-out single for Chris Oakey. Miles Straw, follow-up single. That brings up Altuve, who cannot drive home the run. He is thrown out going home. 3-0 through 3, as Heinlein can't do anything, nor can Garcia. And again, Ray Mitra, I mean, there's not too much to his power game. He did hit 20 home runs in the regular season. We'll see what he can do here. Absolutely nothing. And we go to the bottom of the fourth. Leadoff double for Correa. Tucker strikes out. Alvarez drives him in on an RBI single. It's 3-1. Candelario walks. That brings up Tyler Naquin with 2 on, 1 out. He strikes out. AJ Reed can't deliver either. So 3-1 through 4 innings thus far. Can we get anything going here in the top of the 5th? 1-out single for Little. Gets the follow-up steal. James Field drives him in. His first hit of the postseason. It's an RBI single. We're up 4-1. We'll go for the steal again here, and we do get it. It's the good thing about our lineup is we have a decent amount of speed. Bellinger drives him in, back-to-back RBI singles. It's 5-1. Bellinger? Can he get the steal against Josh James? Yes, he can. Jimmy Voorhees can't drive him in. Can Pablo Mateo? No, he cannot. But it's 5-1 through 5.5 innings. We do get to Forrest Whitley early. But how quickly we turn to the bullpen, yet to be determined, but a strong 1-2-3 inning there from Mackenzie Gore. Heinlein walks. Garcia fielder's choice. Mitra strikes out. We'll go for the steal. He gets it. Serrano can't drive him home. That's Gabe Little up now. 2 outs, runners at the corners, and Little strikes out. Mackenzie Gore will continue onward here. Correa, Tucker, Alvarez, nothing doing. Such a strong effort from Mackenzie Gore. Field with a leadoff triple. Bellinger can't get the sac fly. Ken Voorhees. Yes, he can. It is 6-1. Bellinger gets the steal. Mateo is really struggling. He grounds out. Heinlein grounds out as well. We're up 6-1 heading into the bottom of the 7th. Candelario singles. Naquin strikes out. Reed into a double play. 6-1 through 7. As Garcia leads off the 8th, he strikes out. Mitra grounds out. Serrano pops up. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and we're sticking with Gore for now. Oki, Straw, Altuve walks with 2 outs. Correa into a fielder's choice. 6-1 as we head to the 9th. Gabe Little, Field, Bellinger with a 2-out double. Jimmy Voorhees can't drive him home. Can Mackenzie Gore finish the job? Kyle Tucker strikes out. Alvarez strikes out. Candelario is down. And the Mariners take game 1 on the road. 6-1 over the Astros. Mackenzie Gore with a gem. I mean, sure, 8 hits, but only 1 earned run, 2 walks, 10 Ks. We didn't dare turn to the bullpen, and it paid off for us there. Huge game from Mackenzie Gore. We have some players in the middle of the lineup really struggled in that game, but that is the perfect way to start off this series and to hopefully continue to build upon that positive momentum. As we'll jump into game 2 pretty much immediately. Barrios will start game 3. It is going to be Alex Nakayama starting game 2 against Dakota Hudson. And lineup-wise, I'm a little bit concerned about not so much Voorhees, but Mateo and Heinlein leaving a bit to be desired thus far. And they're 2 of our better hitters, at least they were, in the regular season. We will give them an opportunity to turn it around, because really there's only been 2 games thus far, but we need to see something here in game 2 because we are going to need to score some runs yet again, I am sure. Little starts off with a leadoff single, gets the follow-up steal. We'll try to play small ball again. Field can't bunt him over. Bellinger strikes out. Voorhees can't drive him home. Not the same start as the prior game. We'll see what the Astros can do. A 1-out walk for Altuve. Correa singles. 2 on for Tucker. He strikes out. Alvarez flies out. Each team with a hit, but scoreless through the opening inning. And there we go. Pablo Mateo. We trusted him, and it worked out for us. Solo shot. He puts us in the lead early on here. Heinlein still doing nothing. Garcia and Mitra struggling, but a solo shot from Pablo Mateo gives us the early lead. And so far, so good from Nakayama. As Little walks, can't get the steal that time, and it's a damn shame because Field hits a shot, ended up being a solo shot. I still don't regret going for the steal, though. We're up 2-0. Bellinger with a 2-out double. Now I'm regretting it a little bit. Voorhees can't drive him home. 2-0 Seattle. Can Houston get anything going here? Straw with a 1-out single. Altuve flies out. Correa into a fielder's choice. We're up 2-0 through 3. Hudson's energy already getting a bit low. Mateo with a double. He has awoken. Heinlein bunts him over. Garcia, sac fly. We're up 3-0 as Mitra strikes out to end our half of the 4th. Tucker, Alvarez with a 1-out double. Candelario strikes out. Naquin strikes out as well. Excellent pitching thus far from the Mariners in this series. We're up 3 through 4. Serrano, Little, and Field, nothing doing there. AJ Reed, Oki, and Straw with a 2-out double. Altuve can't bring him home. Still up by 3 through 5 innings here. Bellinger, Voorhees, Mateo, nothing doing from us there. Oh boy. Correa, Tucker, Alvarez. What a job from Nakayama. I don't think he'll have the stamina to finish it, but what an effort. Heinlein against Ralph Garza. Hudson is done. Garcia and Mitra with a 2-out double. Serrano can't bring him home. We have to take out Nakayama, as big of a shame as that is. And we are going to go for Guillen, and we'll see what he can do. He was our best reliever all season. 1-out double for Naquin. Reed can't bring him home, nor can Oki. We go to the 8th, still up by 3. Framber Valdez brought on. Nothing from Little. Field. Bellinger, though, delivers. Solo shot. We're up 4-0. Bellinger's been so good for us thus far in the playoffs. Voorhees flies out, though. We go to the bottom of the 8th, up by 4. Straw. Altuve reaches on an error. Correa pops up. Tucker, nothing doing. We go to the 9th, still up by 4. Mateo, Heinlein, Garcia, nothing doing. Can Miguel Guillen close this one out? Alvarez, Candelario walks. Naquin drives in a run on an RBI double. That will do it for Guillen. We'll bring on Edwin Diaz. He'll face Reed. He flies out. Naquin to third. Chris Oki, 2-run shot. It's a 1-run game. Miles Straw is up. 2 outs. Can we end this game? Yes, we can. A vicious fright, but we are able to hold on. Alex Nakayama, back-to-back gems. Really, 3 straight gems from our starters. The bullpen nearly blew it in this one, but we do hold on to get the win. Imagine if Nakayama had a bit more stamina. Huge, huge game there as we take both games on the road to start this best of 5. We now have 3 opportunities. I feel like I've undersold that fact. We have 3 opportunities now to end this series and to punch our ticket to the ALCS for just the 2nd time. Here we go, and it's going to be Jose Barrios on the mound in Game 3. Let's see what happens. I think I said maybe in Game 7 too, but obviously it's a best of 5. Barrios is on. Lineup-wise, I'm going to keep Voorhees there because otherwise his morale will drop. And we'll keep Mateo there too, but Heinlein has been awful. Just awful. To the point where we're going to go with Ziegler. And Heinlein will be on the bench. Serrano has also been terrible to the point where we will bring on Julio Rodriguez. We'll put Mitra at DH for the moment until we see who the weakest infield option is. The good thing is we have very good fielders. Very good fielders indeed. Do we have an outfielder who's a bit weak? Not really. Who's the weakest fielder? It's Mateo at first. The fact that he is our weakest fielder in general is astonishing. It's crazy how good this team is in the field. The issue is we don't really have anybody else that can play first. We don't. So he will stay. We might as well have Mitra at DH. That's fine by me. And we will leave the lineup the same. So Ziegler and Julio are in. Can we close out the Astros? Can we complete the sweep? Altuve leads off with a walk. Naquin flies out. Correa with a flyout as well. And Joey Gallo is in and delivers with a single. That brings up Alvarez, who grounds out. So we avoid the scare. Joey Gallo not being in the series as far as a huge story. Little walks. Can't get the steal. Field flies out. Bellinger flies out. Both teams scoreless for the first. Tucker with a leadoff single. Reed flies out. Candelario walks. 2 on, 1 out for Chris Oki, who grounds into a double play. We avoid danger again. Voorhees against Blum. He grounds out. Mateo grounds out. Garcia flies out. Not a great offensive showing from us thus far. Altuve pops up. Naquin strikes out. Correa strikes out. Again, strong effort from the starting pitching. Mitra, Siegler, Rodriguez. Nothing doing. We're having a lot of trouble getting to Blum, and there's Joey Gallo. Solo shot from the big man and a follow-up double from Alvarez. Tucker drives him home on a back-to-back double. It's 2-0. Reed drives him in. 4 straight hits to begin this half inning. Barrios getting roughed up to the point where I am very much tempted to take him out now and just save him in case we need him for Game 5. I gotta be honest, that's what I'm gonna do. I think that's controversial, but it hasn't been great for him. I think we bring on North. Hopefully he can settle it down. But I'm going to save Barrios for the rest of the way. Candelario strikes out. Oki strikes out. Altuve grounds out. Excellent job done by North to recover. But we are down by 3. Little with the solo shot. Again, not a big power hitter. We're within 2. Field with a single. Gets the steal. Bellinger strikes out. Voorhees sack bunts him over. Mateo can't bring him home. Still, though, we're on the board. Naquin with a leadoff double. Correa flies out. Gallo with the runner at third drives him in. Off the single, it's 4-1. Alvarez into a double play. We're back down by 3. Ryan Blum has been phenomenal. It's Garcia, Mitra, and Siegler. Nothing doing. Tucker, Reed, and Candelario. Nothing doing there either. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Rodriguez with a single. Doesn't exactly have the speed, though, so Little swings away. Back-to-back singles. James Field pops up. Bellinger pops up. Voorhees, our big 3, let us down in a major way. It's 4-1, and I don't like our chances to end this series today. Oki, Altuve, and Naquin. He hits a 2-out single. Correa, 2-run shot. Gallo, a subsequent walk. Alvarez grounds out. It's 6-1. The pitching it started off well and went downhill, and we just have not been able to get hits off of Ryan Blum. Garcia with a 1-out single, gets the steal. Mitra grounds out. Siegler grounds out. We go to the 8th in a decent bit of trouble. We might as well just turn to some lesser options in the bullpen. Let's go to the likes of Jermaine Ridley. Why not? We'll see what he can do here. Reed with the single. Candelario flies out. Oki grounds out. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Blum still on. Now taken out for Ryan Garza. Julio strikes out. Little strikes out. Field walks and gets the steal. Bellinger can't deliver. So we go to the 9th. Let's see what Ridley... Actually, we're going to take out Ridley. Let's give Mesa a little bit of work, even though he was terrible last time. Altuve, Naquin, Correa, nothing doing. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Down by 5. Just 5 hits in this game. Voorhees against Valdez. He grounds out. Mateo strikes out. Garcia is done. Houston walks into Seattle, and they walk away with a 6-1 victory. I don't blame Barrios at all. I do. I mean, it wasn't the effort, but the run support just wasn't there. There will be no sweep. There will be a 4th game, and we have to hope like hell there is no return to Houston, because I don't know if we can win if we have to go down to Houston. Fukumori will get the start. If he struggles, McKay is there as the long reliever. J.B. Bukauskas on the mound for the Astros, and lineup-wise, I mean, we have to make changes. We're going to give Kevin Hoff a chance. I mean, both of our catchers have been brutal. Julio at least had a hit. We need someone to play catcher. I guess it's going to be Heinlein. But Mateo's been brutal. He's also tired. But again, we don't have anybody else who can play first, aside from Serrano, who I also want to get rid of, except for Heinlein. And I'd rather have Pablo in than Heinlein, I suppose. That's really tough. The lack of options at first, aside from Bellinger, actually. That's right, Bellinger can play first. So Bellinger will play first. We will put Julio in, probably not center due to his lack of speed. I don't know who the hell we're going to put there. Catcher-wise, we're going with Hoff. Why the hell not? Give him a chance. What's the worst that happens? We lose again? And Warner Sylvester will play as well. Hate to have to make changes this drastic, but here we are. Field with 79 speed, but he doesn't have a very good arm. Mitra very well could play center field, and will. So Warner Sylvester, with that 70 fielding, is likely to be the DH. So Kevin Hoff will be the last option in the lineup. We'll put Sylvester there, then Julio. We'll go Garcia, and again I'm going to leave Voorhees there for the sake of morale. But my God, has he been brutal. That is the team. Game 4 of the ALDS. Can we end the Astros, or will this boogeyman force Game 5 back in Houston? Let's see what Fukumori can do. Naquin, Correa, nothing happening there. Can we get to Bukauskas? Little. Leadoff hit and the steal. Field bunts him over. Bellinger again. I was going to say cannot get the, or gets the sac fly, and then cannot. Bellinger can't get the sac fly. That brings up Voorhees, who can't. Garcia, thank God, delivers. Luis Garcia, a 2-out, 2 RBI double to save the day. Jimmy Voorhees has been so bad, but he delivers there. Does Garcia. Mitra can't follow up, but Fukumori is playing with the lead. 1-out double for Alvarez. Tucker strikes out. Reed ties this game up with 1 swing of the bat. It's 2-all. Candelario with a walk. Oki walks. Altuve walks. Naquin pops up. Thank God. Fukumori nearly walking in runs. We're tied at 2. Rodriguez, Sylvester, and Hoff. Nothing doing there. Can Fukumori settle down a little bit? Yes, he can. Little field. Bellinger solo shot restores the lead. We're up 3-2. Voorhees again, useless. Tucker solo shot. This game's tied at 3. Reed, Candelario, and Oki. Nothing doing. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Garcia, Mitra, Julio with a 2-out single. Sylvester can't bring him home. Tied at 3 through 4. Altuve, Naquin, Correa. Nothing there. Hoff, Little, and Field with a 2-out double. Bellinger brings him home. Big game from Cody Bellinger. It's an RBI single. We'll go for the steal, and he cannot get it. So we go to the 6th, up by 1. Gallo, Alvarez, Tucker. Fukumori makes it through that nightmare. Voorhees is done. Now we're going to bring in Serrano, who singles. Garcia against Josh James. Oh, God. Garcia strikes out. Mitra into a double play. We're in the 7th. Reed. Candelario ties it. Nightmare situation as Candelario ties it. We will turn to Anthony Gonzalez. Oki, Altuve are done. We're tied at 4. Rodriguez with a leadoff double. Sylvester bunts him to 3rd. We're going to take out Hoff. Bring in Heinlein, who can't get the sac fly. Little, though, delivers. Thank God, where some people have been horrifically underperforming in this series. Others are stepping up. Gabe Little saves the day with an RBI single. We're back up by 1. He gets the steal. Can Field bring him home? No, he cannot. We go to the 8th, up 5-4. Just trying somehow, some way to end this series and to upset the Astros. Naquin, Correa, Carlos, North Korea, or South Korea. A fully unified Korea. Joey Gallo walks. Oh, God. Jordan Alvarez. They brought in a pinch runner, Miles Straw. Alvarez pops up. Tucker, 2 on, 2 outs. Fielder's choice. Gonzalez gets out of it. We go to the 8th. One more chance for insurance. Cody Bellinger grounds out. Serrano walks. Do we have a pinch running option? We do not. So he will stay. Garcia strikes out. Ray Mitra walks. Brings up Julio Rodriguez. 2 on, 2 outs. And he strikes out. To the 9th we go. It is dangerous, but this is what we have him for. Edwin Diaz is on. We are 3 outs away from going to the ALCS. Reed strikes out. Candelario strikes out. Chris Oakey is done. And the dragon hath been slain. The Mariners, when we least expected it, have beaten the Astros. We will take on the Twins or the Rays in the ALCS. We are moving on. Somehow, some way, we have conquered the MLB's best. Is this the year that we finally get something done? Barrios, Gore, Nakayama, even Fukumori shrugged off a rough start. Damon North, some of the pitching numbers are a bit concerning. Ridley and Gonzalez were okay, but we were able to make it through, and Edwin Diaz shuts the door and saves the day. Needless to say, no matter who we play in the next round, we need better efforts. Little was phenomenal. Gabe Little's been great. Field's been good. Bellinger's been insane, and that's what you want to see from Bellinger. Jimmy Voorhees, on the other hand, sucks. Absolutely sucks, as does Pablo Mateo. But if those two turn it around, we're looking pretty good. Tom Heinlein has also been awful. Garcia's been great. Mitra's been meh. Serrano's been meh. So, we have some underperforming players. Julio's been great thus far. But some question marks heading into the next round. They go to a decisive Game 5 between Tampa and Minnesota. You also have San Diego and Philly in the same spot. Who will we be taking on in the next round? The answer is Tampa. Rays and Mariners, Mets and Phillies. The final 4. We take on the Rays, or shall we say by this point, 2026, maybe the Expos in the ALCS. Major question marks lineup-wise. Still some concerns. But we have gotten to within 4 wins of a World Series appearance for the second time in 4 seasons. But this time, can we make it past this round? Can we get to the World Series for the very first time? The longer this series goes without an appearance, the more embarrassing it gets. The next series we've talked about, it'll be either a more straightforward rebuild in terms of limiting things a bit, or having it be a Nations United or a draft to glory like we did with the Reds last year. But for this series, we don't have any rules. There are no restrictions. The goal was simple, just win. Like I said, the longer we go without that happening, the more frustrating it becomes. But for now, we will end things. We are 4 wins away from a World Series appearance. Can we finally get over the hump? Can the Mariners make it? Something's got to go wrong, right? That's just how it works with this team.